Hi, I'm Amanda Freitag. Welcome to Jersey Fresh 4 Ways, and today we are working with the famous Jersey Fresh tomatoes. I'm a Jersey girl, so I love my Jersey tomatoes. And I'm showing you a technique that I love to do with tomatoes. You can eat them from early July through October. Take a beefsteak tomato, set your oven to about 300 degrees. We're going slow and low. We're just gonna take out the core simply. The low and slow roasting of the tomato just amplifies the flavor, really different than a fresh tomato, and then you can do anything you want with it. I'm just gonna even off the bottom there, cut it in half. Lots of beautiful kosher salt, but not too much, because think about it. These are gonna reduce. We don't want it to be too salty. Crack of pepper. We're gonna drizzle it with some olive oil, and then I like to use fresh thyme. Just sprinkle it on, make sure you hit every tomato so the fragrance of the thyme really gets in there. We're gonna go into the oven, 2 hours, they'll be ready. All right, look at those beauties. They're roasted, the flavor's intensified, but they're still plump and juicy. These Jersey Fresh tomatoes, from July through October, make your oven roasted. So I'm gonna take some of our beautiful beefsteak tomatoes, which we are the top 5 producers of tomatoes in the country, and I'm gonna make a salad with watermelon and feta cheese. Take out the core, trying not to get any other part of the tomato out, and then I just wedge it. Cut it in half and half again, depending on the size of your tomato. So I'm putting down the tomatoes. Yes, I'm gonna season them with some kosher salt. Let's put this watermelon on top. The watermelon is sweet and tart. The tomatoes are juicy. A little bit of salt on the watermelon. And then olive oil is gonna drizzle all over. Now you would typically just drizzle your tomatoes with olive oil, but a little bit on the watermelon is great. And then some lime. We're looking for savory, salty. Get that lime on there. You can use lemon, but I really love lime with watermelon. And then we're gonna crumble that feta cheese all over the top. Everything's better with feta. And I have these great herbs from the garden. We have a little bit of mint and basil. Mint and basil go so well together. Give a nice crack of black pepper. And that's it. Look at that salad. I can't not take a bite. Avocado toast, it's so popular, trending, probably even out of style at this point, but nothing is with Jersey Fresh tomatoes on top. Jersey has so many varieties of tomatoes. Grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, sun golds, plum tomatoes, beefsteaks, heirlooms. I just cut them in half. I really like to showcase their beauty. Always get some salt on those tomatoes, couldn't be any better. And I'm using a little bit of shallot. Now you can use red onion as well. Of course, a tiny bit of garlic, a little bit of chopped parsley. You can use a little bit of cilantro, a little cracked black pepper. And I'm gonna give them a splash of champagne vinegar, olive oil, of course. Let all of those herbs come together. I have sourdough toast here and an avocado. I just cut inside of the avocado and then shingle it on to the toast. Smash it a little bit, pour your tomatoes over. Maybe a splash of lime if you're feeling that vibe. And that's it. I'm making one of my very favorite recipes, marinara. But we're making it with fresh tomato, not canned plum tomatoes. Starting off with olive oil, and I'm just gonna cook my onions and garlic until they soften but no color. And I'm gonna season these right now with a little bit of salt. We're gonna extract some flavor from those onions, but also we need a lot of salt with tomatoes. And I'm gonna add in garlic. This is about 3 cloves. So putting in some dried oregano, which I always have in my pantry. I'm using fresh plum tomatoes. I'm gonna throw in a few fresh basil leaves. I'm just gonna let it cook. Okay, the marinara has cooked for an hour. Put it into a saute pan, and I'm gonna toss some cooked rigatoni in the sauce. Authentic Italian way to sauce your pasta. So just toss your pasta. I like it saucy. This is probably enough for a couple people. I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan, and that will also thicken it a little bit. And that's just classic. I like a nice party bowl. Top it with a little more Parmesan, and of course, a little nod to the basil that's in there. And that's it. That's our fresh tomato marinara. Tomatoes are some of the most versatile ingredients that you can use in the kitchen. To learn more, go to findjerseyfresh.com/Chef Amanda Freitag.